reviving this building was to reanimate this arcade. Sustainable unless it is inclusive and embraces the neighborhoods. The Beacon Project reestablishes the Fisher Building as a beacon for the entire city.
Well, 24 Grill is an approachable fine dining restaurant where we have a very large bar, we have wonderful dining room, we have several different private dining areas, local beers on draft, have a lot of good sharing plates, a lot of great entrees prepared by our executive chef, Clifton Booth. We're here inside of the historic Book Cadillac Hotel. It's a very good ambiance where you can meet an array of people from all walks of life.
Why does it seem like we always have to choose between the practical and the emotional? It's either be smart or have a heart. In politics, we elect businessmen because we think it's the only responsible choice. But government by the bottom line doesn't work. It leads to tax foreclosure, water shutoffs, substandard schools, and emergency management. It doesn't have to be like that. We can have compassion and competence. I believe in a government where people have value, where quality of life counts for something, and where the bottom line is community. I believe in a government that recognizes its role is public service. Public meaning people, service meaning helpful. That's the kind of government I want to be a part of. My name is Michelle Oberholzer, and I am running for state representative.
No matter how long it may take us to overcome this premeditated invasion, the American people in their righteous might will win through to absolute victory.
In the long history of the world, only a few generations have been granted the role of defending freedom in its hour of maximum danger. I do not shrink from this responsibility. I welcome it. The energy, the faith, the devotion which we bring to this endeavor will light our country and all who serve it. And the glow from that fire can truly light the world. And so, my fellow Americans, ask not what your country can do for you, ask what you can do for your country.
This nation will remain the land of the free, only so long as it is the home of the brave. Elmer Davis. The United States Department of Veterans Affairs estimates that 131,000 veterans are homeless on any given night, and approximately twice that many experience homelessness over the course of a year. In 2010, the state of Michigan ranked 5th in national homelessness polls and 1st in the region. the number of homeless citizens in the city of Detroit reached close to 20,000. 40% of Detroit's homeless population is comprised of United States military veterans. Pequot Square is the largest of 3 veterans facilities in the country. It is located in the city of Detroit. The goal of Pequot Square is to help homeless veterans rebuild their lives. Support services at Pequot include case management, benefit assistance, job training, self-improvement workshops, healthy lifestyle programs, recreation, and social opportunities.
The government has opened up different programs for veterans to get into. You know, they take you off the streets if you're homeless. You don't have to go around and worry about, okay, well, I'm homeless. You know, I don't have any place to go or a shelter to go to. They have very good, interesting programs you can get into, like the Veterans Foundation over on Park Street. I ended up going there because I was homeless. See, I'm a recovering alcoholic, first of all. Let me get to this. You know, and during my time of drinking alcohol, it's when I lost everything. When I became homeless, I didn't have a choice but to go back and live on the streets. I lived under the viaduct on 8 Mile, you know, under the bridge. And every morning I would go, you know, and I had to bring up all my junk, and, you know, I had a sleeping bag. Well, you know, technically, by being in the service, you learn how to survive, no matter what. I hit rock bottom. First of all, I don't know whether you know what rock bottom really means. When you hit the bottom, that means you hit the very bottom. There's no place else, no further down you can go is to the bottom. You have to come up. Well, I believe that Pequot Square is gonna do a lot for the veterans, especially because they have the facility to help you get yourself back motivated or get yourself in order. Because you have your counselors here, which are really guidance, you know, and you have the housing and the living facility here, which is just like normal living now. It's not transitional living.
No veteran in the world deserves to sleep on the ground of the country that they went across the water to save. Nobody. And we just deserve it. This is a paradise that we fought for as serving our country.
The fact that they're sleeping in the ground or in abandoned buildings. Where they were sleeping on the ground in Vietnam, okay, or Iraq or Afghanistan. They were defending our country. And the fact now that they come back to our country and are sleeping on the ground in an abandoned building, that's unconscionable. You know, so many come back. When they left, many of them were not working before they left, okay? And they went off to serve our country because they started off young, right out of school and whatever. And they went off and they worked so hard for our country, put their lives on the line for our country. And now that they come back and that we're not embracing them, giving them every opportunity for a job, for housing, to get their life back together, I'm sorry, country, it's our obligation. We've got to step up, and this is an opportunity to do so.
And our leadership team and close to 5,000 team members, I've never seen a group that really steps up and cares and gives more than the folks here at Quicken Loans. And we're very proud of that. And Dan himself, when looking at the city of Detroit, we have really focused on veterans, and he's looking for ways that we can truly help out. And so this was a great opportunity to help some of the homeless vets, to help Pequot Square and really get things going, to provide a safe place for them to live and get the help that they need. So he was very excited to be involved with this.
Pequot represents an historic commitment to homeless veterans and believe that the success of veterans at Pequot Square will inspire a host of future efforts to help address homelessness.
We absolutely have to look out for those people who risk their lives to protect us as a nation. But just to dive deeper into Detroit Panache, the event. I mean, on the surface, it's an exquisite event that's bringing together, you know, the city's best and brightest at a great venue. But more than that, Detroit Panache is all about collaboration at its core. I mean, just look at how Thea and I have come together to try to put this thing on. But we really wanted to send a message out to the city and the region that we can have people in politics, in business, all throughout the city's core to come together for a great cause and pulled together some great people.
I do enjoy it. It's helped me a lot. I've been here almost a year, and I've been having employment. It's not bad. I mean, but like everybody else, you're just looking for work, and they help you for schooling. And they get you to places like Southwest Solutions, other programs. There's different areas they can take you. They help you out a lot.
Of course, I ended up homeless. When I did move back into the shelter here, I, of course, now could actually have 3 full meals, a warm place to sleep. When up and above that, you get the companionship of the fellow vets that actually help you morally and spiritually to make yourself better. So it's a brotherhood kind of thing that happens there.
The Veterans Administration, Tammy Duckworth, who was out at our opening, said about 1 in 6 of every homeless person is a veteran. So there's a real belief that in Detroit, plus or minus, there's around 3,000 homeless veterans. I'm sorry, we can't stop until every one of them is housed, is in employment, is back in the education where they want to enter it. That's our obligation as a society.
Winston Churchill said the destiny of man is not measured by material computations. When great forces are on the move in the world, we learn we're spirits, not animals. And he said there's something going on in time and space and beyond time and space, which, whether we like it or not, spells duty.
For the better part of a decade, our men and women in uniform have endured tour after tour in distant and dangerous places. Many have risked their lives. Many have given their lives. And as a grateful nation, humbled by their service, we can never honor these American heroes or their families enough.